We have become such mental beings and we're not connected to the nature of our body. And if your mind had to be responsible for that, you'd be fucked. The root issue, I would say, is the dissociation. And it's the dissociation of our mind and our body. And it's this dissociation of humanity and nature. And it's the dissociation of us here and other humans on the other side of the planet, right? And so there is a sort of trauma that happens, and we can look at the example of technology, which is a very mental. I mean, there's so many different technologies. Ayahuasca is a technology, right? But we can look at these like phones and cameras and stuff like that as technology. And what happens when you look at your phone and you see something terrible that's going on the other side of the world, right? Your nervous system is only designed to deal with your immediate reality in front of you. You're not designed to look at what's going on the other side of the world. We've only had access to that for a little bit, right? And so what happens is your cells in your body knows that it's deeply intrinsically connected to all living things on this planet, and that if you were to poison the water 50 miles away from you, eventually that water is going to make up the water that's inside of your children, right? And so your body knows that. Mind, we've become dissociated. We think that if something happens over there, it doesn't happen inside of us. But you look at something that's going on the other side of the world, and it's like your cells are like, you know that you are intrinsically deeply connected to these other people, and you want to help them. Like there's a responsibility as a human. We're a steward. We want to help other humans. We want to help the planet. We are stewards of this planet. And what happens is we can actually help them right now. Is there anything that we can do in the immediate moment? Usually not. And so, well, that's happening over there, so I'm here. What can I do about it? I can't really do anything about it. So we're kind of trained to dissociate a little bit. We're trained to dissociate, and therefore it starts this disconnect. And the same thing happens with nature. If something's, there's an oil rig that spills in the ocean, well, that's over there and that's terrible, but is there anything that I can do about it right here? Not necessarily. And so we've become so dissociated, and the same thing happens on a micro level within ourselves, is that we have become such mental beings and we're not connected to the nature of our body. There's so many incredible autonomic functions that are going on inside of your system, like the beating of your heart, like the digesting of your food, like the repairing of your vessel on a cellular level every day. And if your mind had to be responsible for that, you'd be fucked. Like if your mind was responsible for digesting your food, like our mind can't even fathom eating food and digesting it and absorbing it and assimilating it into nutrients that eventually become our body. Like all of those little processes, if anybody says that they fully understand it, they don't.
If you found this of value, if you found this helpful, leave me a comment below, hit the like, hit the subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.